Legend is directed by Brian Helgeland, I think I'm pronouncing that right, and stars Tom Hardy, Emily Browning, and an ensemble British cast including Christopher Eccleston, who played Doctor Who 10 years ago. This is the story of the Kray twins, who are both gangsters who caused chaos throughout London in the 50s and 60s. I'll just get this out of the way now. This is one of the best performances by Tom Hardy. In fact, it's two of the best performances because he plays both Kray twins. The main reason why these performances work so well is because of how different both the twins are. So not only do they look different with, one wears glasses and has a broken nose, and the other one doesn't wear glasses and is a bit more handsome, I guess, but both their personalities are completely different as well. So Reginald, they're both gangsters, but he doesn't see himself as a gangster. He's almost in denial about being a gangster. He just sees himself as a club owner, and he has to take care of business sometimes. Whereas his twin brother Ronald, he relishes in being a gangster. He loves it. He loves the lifestyle. He enjoys beating people up and doing all the gritty, gangstery things. And he's also mentally ill, completely psychotic. And Reginald is less so. Another thing that I have to credit is the directing. What I mean by that is how they had Tom Hardy being two people in the same room. There's scenes where the two of them are in the same room, they're touching each other, right next to each other, and you can see both their faces, and I have no idea how they did that. I mean, I'm sure they used plenty of different techniques. They probably used special effects, CGI, camera trickery, stunt doubles. I'm sure they used all of those, but I have no idea how they did it. And the only way I can think of how they did it is, in fact, this must be how they did it. They cloned Tom Hardy, and then Tom Hardy taught his clone how to be an amazing actor, and then they decided to shoot a film with Brian Helgeland as their director. The first half of this film is really fast-paced, really entertaining, really funny as well in certain parts, and is a great time. The second half of the film is where it goes a bit downhill. I always enjoy seeing, the beginning of something, seeing how their crime empire grew, took out all the other criminal gangs, how they stopped the police from arresting them. There's a great scene about that which I won't spoil. But then in the second half, the pacing completely changes. It becomes a really slow film. Tonally, it becomes really dark, and it's not really entertaining anymore. It's kind of boring, which is sad to say, and pretty depressing as well. But I suppose that was kind of expected, the rise and fall of these gangsters. That's expected. But I just wish that they kept that. So obviously you have to stay true to the true story, but they could have still kept it entertaining. Compare this film to The Wolf of Wall Street, because The Wolf of Wall Street had the same sort of vibe of rise and fall, but The Wolf of Wall Street was consistently fast-paced, entertaining and funny all the way throughout, with maybe the last 20 minutes or so of the film being, depressing. Whereas with this film, it felt like they got all the good, entertaining stuff fast and out of the way, and then the last sort of hour of this film was just completely different and depressing and not entertaining. And you can tell this film wasn't entertaining towards the end, because when the credits finished, everyone got up straight away. Everyone wanted to get out of there, and I totally see that. When I was watching the second half of this film, I just thought, God, where did all that entertaining good stuff go from the first half of the film? And I just wanted it back. With Christopher Eccleston's character, because he was the detective who was trying to catch the Kray twins. He only really showed up a few times in the film. I feel like he was really underused, and if he had showed up more in the second half to show how he was going to catch them, that would have made for more entertainment in the second half of the film. The thing I'll say, and there's no spoilers in this review, but towards the end of the film, a certain event happens. I think what the director was going for was to have a climax to this slow second half, but it didn't feel so much as a climax as a sort of a punch in the audience's face, because it was more shocking and unnecessary than just a satisfying climax. I certainly wasn't bored, but it's not what I wanted to see. Warning if anyone wants to see this film: there's a lot of violent scenes, Plenty of swearing, but you know, yeah. There is suggested rape in the film, but it's not graphic or anything. But if you want to see a good Tom Hardy performance, and you want to see the story of the Kray twins, it is told pretty well in this film, but the second half, it really damaged the film for me. I'm going to give this film 3 stars, and I'm going to say, excellent Tom Hardy performance, second half really damaged the film. So I'd like to know people's opinions on this film, what they thought of it, if they thought this was Tom Hardy's best performance. Leave a like and all that kind of stuff, and see you later.